Hey, this is gonna be a little video that I'm doing about DJing with Virtual DJ in Second Life. So, basically, after you get everything installed, what you want to do is browse to where you keep your music on your computer. So you'll hit like this local music, then you go to drive, and whatever drive you keep it on. So mine's on D. I'll go to music. It's all there. So what I want to do now is go right click and then go set as favorite. I already have it right here, so I won't bother doing it again. But when it'll be down here, you can just drag it up top here, because this is draggable. You can drag it wherever. And drag it up to the top here. And just drop it. And then that way, when you start it, you go, bam, my music's already here. I don't have to look for it. So that'll keep all your music in place. In an easier way to navigate to it when you start Virtual DJ. So, this is all my folder structure. But you can do yours however you want. Just, whatever is comfortable for you. And these are just a bunch of songs that I downloaded that I don't know if I'll keep them there or not. But, I'll leave them there for now. And so the next thing we want to do is go up here to this little cog and press this. And go down and press the broadcast and then radio server. And wherever you get your stream from in Second Life, they'll give you a bunch of info in local chat. And you'll take that and you'll just copy and paste it into these settings here in Virtual DJ. So, you'll use Shoutcast or iCast. The bit rate, mine's 192, which is, pretty high, is high enough. And then you have your server URL that they'll give you that you'll paste here so it knows where to connect to. And then, your port and password that'll give you. And then, after you do all that, you take this where it says config and you give it whatever name you want, and then you click this little floppy disk thing so that it can save it and it'll be there every time you start it. So then you'll want to hit this start broadcast, and then your server's live because it'll tell you with the countdown time, whatever. But if it couldn't connect, you'll get a message saying that it can't connect. And then the next thing you want to do is go up to, this is called extensions, but basically these are just different skins that you can get to use for Virtual DJ. So, if you want something different, there's a whole lot of them to go through here to pick from. So that's, personal choice. And then I'd like to go up here to audio and make sure I got this all set up. So you want to have the speaker, headphone, computer audio, and microphone all highlighted blue, because that's just the way it works. And in the master, you'll want your whatever you're using for your headphones to be selected, and whatever you're using for your microphone headphones, you'll also want those to be selected. And make sure that you have both of these each on a separate chain, so that way it doesn't interfere with your broadcast. And then, because I'm using a totally separate microphone, I'll choose my mic, which is my Yeti Nano, and I'll put that on channel 1 along with the master on channel 1, because that'll be my microphone that's in my headphones, but I'd rather use this. And when you do that, you'll just click config 1 and click apply to save it. So that way it's all saved and you don't have to worry about it no more. Then going to options. And we want to go down to where it says, I just saw it a minute. Right here it says broadcast. Click that. And these are your broadcast options. But basically, you want to make sure that format is MP3. You want quality. I always leave mine at medium because it doesn't need to be any higher. And this is the max number of people that I can broadcast to. And here you can type your DJ name if you want to, and this is where I have mine. And then this is to display your song information while you're DJing. I have mine clicked yes because that way people know what I'm playing. And then here's the format that I use for artist and title. So that way when it broadcasts, it'll say the name of the artist and the title of the song, so people can see what you're playing and know if they like it or not. So I'll copy and paste that in case you want it for later, and I'll put that in the description. And then we'll just close this. And then the next thing is over here. At this side right here, you have all these little button thingies. But the ones you want to worry about is down here where it says browser options. And you can change your display options from how big your font sizes are and stuff like that. But basically, I'll give you an example. So if I was over here and all of this was like really big, like this, and you go to, let's say, your music, and it's like, wow, that's really too big. I don't want it that big, because that'll take you a while to try to go through all that stuff. And you're like, yeah, that's too big. I want it smaller. You can click this here, and it'll pop it down to small size instead of big, and then you can have that'll make it easier for you to navigate. But that's how I have mine set up. You can do yours whatever way you want, but that's just the way that works best for me. And then after you do that, let's collapse all this. We're gonna go over here to where it says list and advice. Then we'll go over here, it says playlist. And I made a playlist called blah blah list. Anyway, let me delete that. Delete. You want to, here where it says playlist, make sure that's highlighted. And then click create new playlist. And then you give it a title. Blah blah list. And click OK. Now you have an empty playlist that you can populate with whatever songs you want. So for now, we'll collapse that down. And we'll go over here to where it says online music. And you have your choices of, online servers that you want to use. But my recommendation is I like to use Deezer. So that's what I'm using already. And this is where it's got all my music saved. But basically, I'll go to Deezer and show you how I do all of this. So that's what we'll do next. So now we're over here in Deezer, which I'll just change. I'll go Google. Let me log out. Log out. All right. Some stuff to cut out for later. Now, when you first start up Deezer, you'll probably get this, so just accept. Okay. Now here, you have a choice of what service you want. But for my opinion, just getting this one here in the blue, that says free for 3 months. That's all you need. So, you can get that. But since I already have an account, I'll just log in. Now that I'm here in Deezer, what you want to do is search for music. Just, type the name here in the search bar where you can see all my searches of late. And these are, the albums for that artist. So if there's any specific one that you want the whole entire album for, like mixes and whatever, you can just, click and save it as a favorite. So then, it'll be added to your virtual DJ as a favorite in the little bar. But if you want just like specific songs, whatever, you can also do that. So we'll go over here and we'll go to, say, let's choose a rock category. And then you have all of these different genres of the rock that will pop up. And some of them I already have as favorites, so you can choose like a whole album or just specific songs, just whatever you want, just as personal preference more or less. So let's say I wanted something from a band, a specific song, say a band name OTEP. And now we're here is like a list of her tracks, and here's a specific albums. So if you wanted to save an album, you could just click favorite it. Or if you wanted to find a specific song, you could just go through the list of tracks and just look for whatever it is you want. And when you find it, you can just click this little heart and it'll save it to your favorites in virtual DJ. So you won't have to go looking around trying to find it because it's already saved. So then, go back home. I'm trying to think if there's anything else you need to know while I'm still here. Alright, how to make a playlist, that's right. Click here to create playlist and playlist name. And you can give it a title or description if you want. It's not necessary. Just click create. Now then, if we go to the search and type royalty free music, and we have all these songs. Now if you press the plus button, you can go and just add the song to the playlist you just made. So we'll add all of these to that playlist. And now if you go over here to where it says playlist, and you find the one that you just made, right here it is, you'll see all the songs are added to that playlist. So now we'll jump back over to virtual DJ. So now when we go over back here, we'll close these. You go online music, Deezer, and then here's the one we just made with all those royalty free songs. They're all right there. Or if you go to liked albums, for example. So if you liked any albums or favorite them, they'll all be in this folder in alphabetical order. So that's where you'll find all of those. Let's scroll back up. Close that. Then if you go over here where it says love tracks, those are all the specific songs that you favorited. So you don't have to worry about putting playlist lesson. Just click them as a favorite and they'll automatically get added to this list. So that's where you can, keep all of those if, you just want one song of a specific artist or title or whatever. And next thing to do is we'll go see, where is it? There it is. So now we need to go where is it? List and advice and go to playlist, and that one we just made. Click that. So this is empty. That means you've got an empty playlist. And then you go over here to where it says Dre's Music. And take all of these. I usually just highlight them all. And you can drag it over here. And make sure that playlist that you made is highlighted. And drop them. So then you go back here. And there's all your songs that you just put into your blah blah playlist. And then making sure this is set to Automix. Take all of these and drag them and drop them in. Because this is where you'll want to list all of your songs. And we're speaking specifically for Second Life. Usually when you DJ for about 2 hours. So around about 30 songs will fill 2 hours. But here it'll tell you total time. And when you get like a full 30 songs playlist, it'll say 2 hours or really close to it. But something else I also do is I'll click this and I'll click shuffle once to shuffle up all the songs so they're not all in alphabetical order, because that would be kind of boring. Anyway, also I check remove already played. That's basically it. And then I go to this and I'll give it a 4-second delay, and then I'll go to Automix, and I'll have the fade to remove silence, so that way at the end of a song where there's like dead space, it'll remove it between songs. And then you'll want to take this and drag it up here to this and drop it to add it to your window. But also clicking this button here will turn on autoplay, so that way all of your songs after that will automatically start playing instead of waiting and nothing happening. Then the other thing is here where it says master and you got this on button, that will turn on your voice so you can do voiceovers during your set between songs. So that's how you get your voice on the stream. Just turning this on and off. So we'll jump over into Second Life. Alright, so here I am in Second Life. What I want to do is go up here, and this is my stream URL for the LAN. So you wanna have that you wanna have that selected in your stream, and then let me make sure I turned it on. Alright, start broadcast. And then click the play button down here. And then your stream is starting, and you'll just click the play button in Virtual DJ to have the music start. Unmute. So now you hear the music playing, but I'll show you how the voiceover sounds. Alright. There we go. And play. And we started music back. This is it can play. But you know, that's all of the basics that I can think of that are really important. So I hope this helped. And if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll do what I can to help.